Oh, sorry. That's one way of starting a stream as a burping ear holes. But hello everyone to this fine Saturday. It's the weekend, and also it's the 1st of October, which means it's the start of the spooky month. As I said yesterday, I'm not entirely sure what I'll do, because like I said last year, I decided to play horror games at pretty much every stream and I got burned out from them. But I feel like maybe the week of we'll play a bunch of horror games. We'll see how things go with that. Once again, I am very tired today. Starting tomorrow, though, I will start detoxing my body, because as I said before, when caffeine seems to not be affecting me and I'm not sleeping very well, 9 times out of 10, going a week or more, which I might even try and go an entire month to see how that affects me, tends to set me right. Like, just expend all the caffeine out of my system, because I just don't like the idea of, oh, this shot of caffeinated stuff didn't work, drink another. Like, shoving dozens of it down your throat just doesn't sound like a good idea. Detoxing is always the best option, in my personal opinion. But as far as my cold, I'm always through it now. I'll probably feel like better tomorrow. It's always weird when you have a cold for such a long time. You get so used to it, and then when it's gone, it's like, huh, this feels weird. Unless I want to keep a perpetual cold on me. But today, we're doing more of the Genshin Impact story stuff. The Archon story, right? Yeah, part 4 of chapter 3, because we managed to finish part 2 on Wednesday, which is exciting, which was good. I am really tired. Like, usually when I'm like this, let's see how I go. If I start falling asleep on stream, I will stop, because that's what I want to do, is just fucking fall asleep on stream. But I should be okay, because sometimes I start off like this, and then immediately later I'm like, woo, I'm back, baby. But I guess we'll just, stop the music and switch over. But before we do get started, maybe it's because it's the 2-year anniversary or something, but I got a whole heaping of primo gems and managed to purchase another 10 wishes, so I figured why not try them. I'm not really bothered if I get Venti or not, because I'm saving these for the other 50 of them for Dia. Didn't think so. There's no goals, it's also not banking. Ooh, there's a book. Because I want at least to have all the Archons, but I'm not always like, do I actually have it already? I think this is actually... Yeah, no, yeah, and I've got Chernobyl. How about that? Hang on a second. We will actually start the mission. Let's forward some. Do I have? No. Don't have enough to get another. Well, we'll start the next mission. Oh, it's Kirby. It was one more the emote was a second ago. My eyes looked at it weird and I was like, what the heck's that? It's Kirby. Right. There's the brain going again. Let's just. I think it was. Oh, that's what I was going to talk to the. I'm trying to think what I was doing. We were talking to the.
Excuse me. Did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Kirby being unholy. Yes, I would say so.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Well, fuck you then. Walking off like that's rude. walked off, didn't say goodbye and good luck with your investigation. Just walks off and goes, "See ya, don't give." It's like, "See ya, don't give a fuck." Maybe this person will be a bit more polite.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
And you sound like you're getting turned on.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground.
All I can think of is former alchemist. Did he like clap his hands together and then put his hands to the ground?
It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
At least that one was a little bit more polite than the other guy. Sorry, still getting over a cold at the moment. Cough will always linger when it comes to a cold. Oh, it's down.
Don't get hurt.
Geronimo! I didn't get hurt. See, I landed in the sand.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while.
Yes, I get it. We won't end up ever using Venti. I just like the idea of having all the Archons because I've already got Zhongli and the Raiden Shogun. Because it's like having a set, you know, you want all of them, especially considering that probably the next banner will most likely have Dendro Archon's name. Kuznabi, there we go. I'm sure there's people who are going to have like a full party of Archons as well, because that would be yeah, it would be enough for a full party of Archons. Ah.
The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough Mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Very young. He's already quite young to begin with. I sound like this kid's like 15 or something.
Wow, what a nice guy! Okay, thank you, sir.
Then again, no, in anime, he might actually end up being 15 and just looks young.
Huh?
What's wrong? Oh, dear, sorry. Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Are we being spied on? Peeky, you're nuts.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Oh, that's what it's on about. He must have fucking good hearing.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Damn, hang on. Someone is scratching at my door. I can hear her. I'll just let her in. Never make her mind up if she wants to stay in the room or not, don't you?
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
It's like, surprise, motherfucker.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Sometimes it's probably the Fatui, because it always is the Fatui.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life.
Choose your moments to want some attention. Cat's on my lap right now. I don't know if her purr's been picked up by the mic. She doesn't have a particularly loud purr. Per's quite quiet.
Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Actium is probably the true of the well,
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
then spit it out.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
Can you make your mind up? Do you want me to sit on my lap or not? She does it sometimes. She'll circle around my lap in the desk and decide if she wants to sit on it or not.
So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
Which means I have to keep an eye on her, 'cause she might end up hitting something on the keyboard and maybe stopping the stream. She hasn't done it yet, but there's always that fear she will.
Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Candace.
Yes, got it.
I'm not gonna
We'll
make
do
this
just
joke
as you
again. I made
said.
it last time.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not on one of your. Good thing I'm not one of your enemies.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we should check the. Maybe we should find somewhere.
Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
I am here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Oh, we don't have to literally follow him. We do. Mind you, the NPCs here are pretty quick when they need to be. They don't take a leisurely stroll, so you have to follow them. Like I said, bring them on.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Are you sure about that? So, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Sorry, my brain Before you mix them with games up, I can't actually do a roll unless I jump off of something.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
Oh, it's cozy, I guess.
There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? Well, I didn't do anything. Cyrus, did you catch?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
It's definitely that one.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
No, they're besties.
Yes.
I think.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
No. No need.
Can't handle this scent very well.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where Agnes.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's keep looking for more clues. I just had a kind of theory. Just double checking that. Yes, I definitely did have a clue. I did. What's that? They have to do that shot, don't they? Which is holding a sword just to be like showing a butt at us. The incense thing. What if all the scholars have been lied about how the usage of it, and it's meant to be used to send them mad, so they can do some sort of reason why they use it. You know, it's like they've been tricked to use it. What are we looking for? Hello. There's some footprints there, aren't they just his? They are not his. No. What is this? It's fast travel. Oh, okay, no.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Poop.
Here it is.
Some shit on the floor I found.
Take a look right here.
Someone took a dump.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
You mean someone else has them here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away, so that's what happened?
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You get the way by food and all the time. Hey!
What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh.
is it
Are the rumors really true?
that's the only lead we have so far.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Okay, I guess it's the bed for you now, is it then?
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here.
Candace.
After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Ah, yes. Actually, think about it. It's near us. Then we might have to pass by this to get to it, so we'll do it as he says and go back. Oop.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice too.
I can't wait until she's part of the banner. She has such a cool design too. I love the metal like arm thing she has. A gauntlet, I believe they would call it.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
I'm not gonna help. I'm trying hard not to smack every time I get her name Candace. I feel sorry for anyone who is actually called Candace.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
Tell Candace and Dia everything you've learned.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
Ooh.
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Did they come up with those names or did someone else? Because they're the most like generic we're bandits names I've ever heard. The guy spying on us though. I feel like I've heard those names somewhere before.
These guys have one thing in common, and
Have we?
that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place inside and out!
Yeah, I. There's wait at me. Maybe wait. Should we? Should look at I suggest you. Maybe I should say stay quiet for now.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of, but that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
Ah. So basically they think she can't cut it when she can, but it makes it easier for her because they underestimate her.
I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Sounds like a plan.
Ah, because she saw that dude and knew that they wouldn't approach him if Silo was there, but Dia's there. She got a smart plan. Finally getting to the desert area. I said this before, but I do like good old desert levels as well. Yeah, I got the rest of my brain. Did I grab any of the little focus for this? I don't know if I did or didn't. I did. I thought I did. I still haven't got all the ones in the zoom yet. Because I know they're important to collect because you can increase your stamina by doing that. So it's important. Ooh, this little beetle. It's a scarab. Neat. And I think the scarab beetles, I think, are the ones in the Mummy movie that's crawled in some guy's hand and went and ate his brain. That was interesting. I don't know if they actually do that, if that's like a myth or something. I think we'll stick to the path. So in terms of this area, is going to have like lots of like sandstorm thing, weather come and go now and again, which is neat. Let's see. Yeah, they definitely do have different footprints. Oh, hold! Hello! Got some mushrooms.
There is no escape.
Fuck my... Messing with the wrong lady here. Right down! Joke. What assholes. Oh yeah, I forgot this in my inventory. They give me a lot of different things like this, because I think... Because there's bird one as well, which is the flying bird. We've got this little adorable little thing. Little fireworks! Actually, I think there's events. Yeah, there is one centered around Klee. But unfortunately, it's... Well, it really depends how long this is. Like, 15 days should be enough to complete most of these. Because I think it more would like have like, you know, story stuff, like VO stuff. So, it should be enough time to finish it. Like, if not, I could always do like more than one stream of it. Like maybe even do a stream that we don't usually do it, but really depends on how long this event ends up being. Because like I said, it seems the usual amount for each region seems to be changing now. On the fourth one, and like I said, the way this story is going, I feel like there could be 2 more after this. We'll see how we get, because some of these do tend to be like 6 hours long sometimes. Because the first part of this was about that, but in the second part I took one stream. one stream to finish, which was 3 hours, in the last part.
Here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Again, have we been here again?
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid.
It's the previous Dendroarchon, right?
Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
The academia can go fuck itself there.
Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I understand how she feels, but I hope she doesn't do anything.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for.
Roger that, ma'am.
Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Oh, we're on the map. Let's have a little look. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's where we entered in. Was it? Yes, that was where we entered in for. Okay. I wasn't entirely sure, so we've just gone back on ourselves. Which means I can have fast traveled the whole time. Didn't realize it. Oh well. It gives us a chance to explore.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you?
Guess not.
What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, good man. Sorry. Steve's been a bit of a mess for me lately.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
What gave that away? Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
Is that so?
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Sorry, this music's just so good. Why is this traveler smiling at her for? Actually, the way his eye level looks, it looks like he's staring directly at her tits. I mean, am I wrong? Just look at his eye line. Where his eyes are meeting. He's staring directly at them. Anyway.
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Oh, okay. That seems a little too easy. Is it a trap again? Feels like it's a trap again. Oh, we're going back in. Alright then. Alright then, let's go back into a little desert area. And there goes that brain of mine. I do love these cool, like, cliff, like, this is the shape of these, like, walls, like, it does look like someone who just unleashed, like, a powerful rock that shift out of the ground. Oh, they're snakes! Oh, I can grab them. Hang on, what if I go back a bit? They pop back out again. I guess I can go a snake. Snake! Snake! Well, if I see them again, I'll grab them. Are you at the top of this thing or something? Or are they over it? They're probably over it. Ah! See? Didn't fall and hurt myself.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Okay, it isn't a trap.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Oh, it's a trap.
You're like lambs to the slaughter.
It's a trap!
Oh no! It's an ambush!
It's a trap!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Ah.
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
Haha, sarcasm.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
No one's gonna get is you guys. Fuck with the wrong
Just
people.
as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Hell yeah. That will get to control her.
Following orders.
New punching.
Propagate.
What's that about punching back? You mean you, huh? Okay, and you've got slashes to attack. What's this about punching back? Huh? I believe you are the punching bag, sir.
Illusion shattered.
Scatter.
Now you shall perish.
You fuck with the guard, you baby.
Spring forth.
There is no escape.
Get away from me, asshole. Think again. Oh, I forgot that. There's one guy here. Tough son of a bitch, aren't we?
Impossible. How could you?
It's because you underestimated my power, bitch.
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action.
Aha, so she sprung a trap for them.
Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Main is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Pathetic. She's even right. She's even in the right a position to say pathetic. Looking down on them. Damn, can't wait to have them in my party though. With one swift kick there. And
Okay, that should be all of them.
I mean,
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
so those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny names she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
Ah, I thought so. They sound way too like edgy. Someone would get what's that tumbleweed doing? It's rolling into that guy's ass. That's what it's doing. Look at. I don't know what I mean.
Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who is the...
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Ah.
Wow! What a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
So she's smart and a badass.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I don't think you're that kind of person.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us. He's got you there.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy.
Okay, so it's not the
It's all
Futur.
the
The Futur
academia's
is probably
trickery.
slightly behind this.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village. This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Sounds good.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
I mean, we could just wait, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go blow my nose and go to the toilet, and then I'll be back. I realized I forgot to mute myself. About that's the other thing I'm not looking against in time. There's a phlegm. Okay. Like yesterday, I think I'll go for like another hour and then call it. Push a day's stream. So the thing is, we could wait for that time to pass. Or we could actually do a little bit of exploring. Like, yeah, get some of these waypoints. I think that could be a good idea. Let's go for this one first. I'm intrigued to see what happens with the commissions, because there's two separate areas in this, and they could end up being probably once you beat this story, commissions in the desert area as well. Alright, obviously there's no point of going to the statues because we'll most likely go to them for the story stuff. But might as well get some of them. Fast travel points. There we go. Can I even climb all the way up there? Because that seems to be the only way to get to it. I got an idea. Oh, I have an idea. The idea is to climb up this to give us a little bit more stamina. Wait for my stamina to charge. And climb way up this way. Use the advantage of these different shaped rocks next to one another. I thought it was a little open in there, but it wasn't. That sweet stamina to go back up again, and then what? Can I not climb this? Okay, looks like the game's like, no, fuck you, your idea. You just can climb anything. There's no restriction on what I can and cannot climb. Seems like a sound idea to begin with. Looks like the only way to get to that would probably go that way instead. Go all around. Okay then. That looks like more feasible. Hello, what's that there? Can I? No, I fly right past it. Never mind. Right. Ah, well, there's one there. Probably going to go to this weird looking house. I see. Oh, is that cabbage or is that one of the little glowy things? What? Oh, it's not some fruit. Is it some bananas? No, it's not some bananas. Some sort of. Right. I meant to like fly on top of this building so I could use this as leverage to get up on here. Seems about roundabout way of getting to these little things. Okay, this was here, so I can probably. Oh wow! Oh well. Oh, there is one of them down on the map. What the hell are you guys? You friend or foe? Nope, they're not. No, they're not friend. They're definitely not friend. What are they? They're cool looking all the same, and they are. I'm sorry. What? They're like, fuck this shit. We're out of here. So they're not hostile, but they had health. Let me see what would happen if I didn't have them. I love this thing. I love the little. But obviously we won't go in. Oh no, we're right near it. Looks like I went the right way after all. Little fox! Little desert fox, I think that's what. Is that like a sandstorm gusty thing? That's a word? Yes, that's. No, I didn't want to do that. I'm assuming that does something. Let's have a little investigation. This was the one I wanted to get to, wasn't it? It was! What? Well, we can find out, see what it does. Okay, what's this up? Is there a secret? I'm gonna find a secret. One thing I'm curious to what. I mean, it's obviously a pyramid. It's probably like where the final showdown's gonna be, because that looks like final showdown. There we go. What is this? Ah, there's that. A room guard. Just chilling. Mind its own business. I gotta fight it. What you doing, Mr. Ruin Guard? Ah, there's a chest. Excellent.
Let the show begin.
Oh, that's some cool attention to detail. The fact that its tail, as it touches the ground, actually
Shine down.
actually leaves marks in the sand.
Propagate. Shred till I'm dead. Illusion shattered.
Damn, we fucked him up. And oh, we got a little thing. I'm sure what those mushrooms doing, but there's no brain cell going. Fast travel going. Oh, ooh. That's the question. Oh, there. Looks like something near it, huh? Oh, beetle. Okay, I think that's enough. I'll set it back here. Oh, there's one. There's also one here. I'll also grab that one. I think the best way would be to fast travel here, and then go this way. I think, yeah. Now definitely the last fast travel point. Collect. At least the ones that's near the area. Oh, you want to fight? You want to throw down a mushroom? No, we want
Shine down.
mushrooms. There we go. Oh, God, sweet sandstone. Oh, that's the scorpion. Meat! It's kind of weird they drop meat and not like scorpion tails or something. Alrighty. Rain went dead on me again. There we go. Let's fast forward time then. Right near the fast travel. How about that? There's dear.
Hey, dear.
How's it going?
Right on time.
Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
I guess since they were children.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person.
Okay.
Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Just great, you're fucking awesome. Oh, jeez, random shot of Sire.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
By bitch slapping the criminals.
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Word.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Yeah, twist their nuts.
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Enter.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
She didn't look furious until you said something.
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
My mouth looks normal.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
You gonna tell us why you're pissed?
Please, don't feed us anymore. We're gonna die.
No. She's like, oh, no.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
She managed it really quickly too.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones.
Okay. I see. We seem to be back. Okay, it seems like we had a weird connection issue. It wasn't just on my computer. It was, in fact, also on everywhere. Even the game, unfortunately, disconnected. Which is interesting to see what happens when it happens mid-story. You just start from the last checkpoint. That's good to know. If I ever have to end the stream and don't have to wait for the entire story, to wrap up. But so far everything is fine. That was annoying to say the least. Well, frankly, it wasn't the computer, because that was what I know. I don't know if something was wrong with the computer or the internet again, but it seems like wait a couple more minutes just to make sure. Like, it seems like everything can sort itself out though. Which does mess with my timing, because I was going to go... Yeah, it seems like everything's fine. Hopefully. So let's continue.
You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
Now lie in it. I said sit in it, it's lie in it, right?
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the village keepers now?
I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Damn, he's hardcore.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
3.
You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
What do you mean, go on? Do you have any idea who or what this mystery person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Oh, is that so?
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Oh. Did you just kill them?
Smooth.
Oh, he knocked them the fuck out.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
No surprise there.
Some time ago, people from the
Oh, geez,
academia
the
attempted to
popped out
take
nowhere
the
behind
village
him.
keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
So I'm being very cautious about the internet because it cut out earlier. I'm not sure that was.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Let's see. Mentioned.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
The guy teleported again. There was a guy standing there, he teleported again. I think he teleported. Alright, let's make like a tree and leave. There's no tree. Well, there's kind of trees in the desert. Oh, well, his texture's just loading in.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
Will you eavesdrop?
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead, I won't stop you.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Big man tillies?
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's given us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
With him?
Al-Haytham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk.
And big man tillies. I mean, more like man pecs, but Jesus, they're just there.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Lie to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new information from someone we already spoke to?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
A matter of fact.
The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Oh, she was actually scared.
You look like a real fighter.
Scared, not terrified.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the Mad Scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
Oh.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Okay.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Alright then, so why she lied to us? Oh, we're going here? No. I remember there's a bloody trail on the ground that tells us the right direction to go. Oh, that's really cool at night, actually. What is it? Sucking in sand? I guess we'll find out eventually.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure thing.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why's that?
Because it will only result in cake.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I can't personally promise anything, but it will do. I'll do my best I can.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you.
Didn't do so.
My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
That sounds disturbing.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Oh. Could you make out where the sounds were coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
Oh, sweet, an old hospital. That's definitely where ghosts will be.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
You need to check out the hospital.
Yeah, let's go!
Wouldn't it be funny if it was like a hospital from like you know, from our world, like a normal hospital, not like whatever this world's version of a hospital would look like. That would actually be weird. So, good thing I did hit this checkpoint. Fast travel point. See, that's just a little town. Then the other hand, we was going to come past it anyway. Definitely got a little bit, because the only one joining now, it may say 20 minutes, but my internet randomly just went, so I have to restart the stream again, and I've actually been streaming for almost 2 hours. Well, they seem friendly. Maybe they are friendly. No, they're not friendly. They're definitely friendly. I'm going back because I saw this guy, which means I know where he's going to go. He's going to go in that little... Oh, he went for the swing and he missed.
Scatter! Illusion shattered.
You're swinging and miss, mate. Ooh, he just glitched the walk out. I wonder if I'm right on this one. Right on the money, that is. Of course, bandits would be in the abandoned hospital.
A reward on the road.
She's gonna axe. She's gonna axe? Yeah, she's gonna axe the grind with me. Come on, try him. Hit him. Ah, you missed me.
Shine down.
I'm gonna throw down, smack down. Ow, well, she hit me that time. She hit me quite harmful. She disappeared into dead dust. Tomato and tomato. Oh, you want to throw it down, mate? You want to ass kicking? I will. Oh, I missed it. I will oblige. Also. Oh, I can't. I was going to randomly let that fly during combat. It would be fun if I could. Fireworks popped up. Indeed you will. It's the shiny here. Yay! Love a little firework thing.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
What's the matter? You don't.
Forgotten.
Monsters, watch out!
Do you not like sand, Paimon? Is it coarse and gets everywhere? Trying to light them up.
To oblivion.
Oh, you want to throw down?
Scatter!
Oh, I hit nothing there. Aha! Now I gotcha. King trolls. Wait, is the desert battle music different from the words in Scenario? That's kind of cool. I have to test that music out. Oh, whoa. Oh, you're a big boy.
There is no escape.
Propagate!
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
What were you even expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
You never know, it could happen. The two beings dropping out of the sky.
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
I'll probably end up being in my B game, and my C game, and my D game.
This is the one.
What's right here is an elemental. Ooh.
Let's go in and take a look.
I find the ghost. Ghosts?
Hey, Ethan, we haven't found Squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then.
Tell some stories?
I'm taking a break.
Okay.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read?
Oh, we got past time somehow.
What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Heh. Porn.
Okay, sure.
It's porn, isn't it?
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity, despite displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
I'm sorry, but that sounds like sex positions.
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
He's like, gosh. Now the other one wants to come in. There's so many places in the house they could be, but no, they want to be in my room. Ah, shit! I hit my knee. I didn't need that. Okay. What? Wait. Oh, you're on the bed with bells then? Let's keep an eye on. Yeah.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Oh, dear. You know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while.
Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated?
Okay. Paimon's the best.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Just not the only one. I just realised if we are doing ghosts and stuff, it's kind of perfect for the 1st of October.
Huh? What was that sound?
Ghosts?
There it is.
It's ghosts.
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
I can definitely hear it. Definitely sounds like crying.
It's from below.
Of course it would be. Of course it have to be underground, where we can't easily escape out.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Good old hidden structures. I just realized the side of his collar looks like an eye.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Oh, what? Okay, what? What? They're like, okay, well, yeah, no, we'll shoot you out of here. What the fuck was that about? Why show us inward, then shoot us back out? A key. Oh, it needs a key. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I thought it would be like more the men outside. Okay, that was my stupid brain. Okay, mechanism. Oh, there's one. There's one. Oh, there's this. Can I get out of this hole? I can. Usually you are in this. Up, there's that one, which might require me to fuck up some bad guys. Or snakes. Snakes. Oh, I got meat out of it. Huh. Well, let's go in there, I guess. What's this mushroom's got legs.
Shines eternal.
There's nothing to do with legs. The other mushroom guys don't have legs. This guy's like, nah, I don't have legs. I'm gonna have legs instead.
Scatter!
Alright, so shoot. There we go. Oh, there's more. Finally.
Spring forth!
Let's dance.
Damn, you get there we go. That's two. The last one, I'm assuming, is over here.
That's close enough.
Is it? I'm gonna give you an ass kick. Suck it.
Power core.
Oh, someone looks like they're a bit stuck.
I'll protect us.
Yeah, gimme. Guess I'm gonna fight this guy. Not sure what you threw on there, but he's still gonna get an ass kicking.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Okay. It's not here then. This little thing's actually just out the side circle. Okay. Oh, it's up there. Of course it'd be on top of the fucking building. Okay, maybe not the best way of getting up here. Wasn't there one of those weird little thingies that we latch on to get up? Go this way. Ah. No, what could make out from here? Oh, never mind. That works. Of course, enemies are gonna pop out. Yep. That's some scorpions.
Feel the beat.
Feel the beat from the heat. Oh, there's birds. Huh? This time it's not gonna run away, huh?
Now you shall perish.
Scatter.
That's all three of them. Oh, what's in this pot? Bunch of cabbages, carrot, and cabbage again. Oh, right, yeah, I need the key for that. Which you're probably gonna find in here. Ooh, more sparklies. I'm not reading all that. I'm not in the mood for reading. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll just leave those then. Ah, what's this? I guess it's an old vase that I decided to jump onto. Oh, cutscene time!
Look, there's someone over there.
We need to be careful. Is this the person that's been crying?
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
The ghost.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Good afternoon to you too. Those look like those are drag marks, not blood trail marks.
There are drag marks on the ground.
Oh,
they're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
I guess that could be the assumption.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof. Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Ah.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
To kill them?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
Experimentations, I'm guessing?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
How did you learn this technology?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Curiosity killed the cat, as they say.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
That can't be right. More of them might. What does that mean? Yeah. Also, it's safe to assume that the knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the doctor, and also the Balatir, they're using divine knowledge capsules to turn the validator into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Bellamy needs people who have been exposed to the divine.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
The ability to create a god.
The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that.
Is that a matter of fact then?
There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more...
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Fair enough.
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
I guess.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
So what do we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Okay. Ooh, little guy. Let's see what else is in here before we leave. Ooh, there is something. A key. Which means I'll go in that, Wait, do we not? No, don't jump over it. Let's see if there's anything in it. There's nothing in it. There's just shinies around here. So hoping there's something in it. No, there's no shinies in here. Okay. Well, there's shinies in there, there's nothing in the shinies. Let's see what the key opens. There was something. Unlock. What do we get? Ooh, cutscene. Paimon wonders what sort of treasure will we find in here. thought there would be some special treasure instead. Okay, I'm not reading all this. This must be like some sort of side thing you can do. Wasn't expecting that. I thought there would be just treasure in here, something like beyond time. Well, okay. Let's head back to the village as he suggested. Because this is another thing where it feels like we might be getting to the end of this chapter. Like I said act or whatever. It feels like there's going to be a lot more acts or chapters as they go along. So we'll see where we go with this.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Tell everyone about what you saw again.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail.
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
So there's an imposter among us, as you're putting out.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
To share your thoughts?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
Oh, did they bug him or something?
If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
Ah.
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Exactly.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
You're going... You're getting smarter one.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Where did Dia go?
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Alright.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you.
Hmm?
Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Dia. Alright, let's get going. I'm intrigued to see where this goes. Wait, is there a fast travel out? No, but there's these little things. Oh, whoa. Okay. I noticed this little guy's. Oh, where does that brain? Grab it. Grab it. Yeah. In my butt. That's where all these go. That's where all the inventory goes. Up my butt. Up my butt. Straight up my butt. Wait, how do I get up? Well, I guess I climb would be the answer.
So, where do we go from here?
Sana, do you remember the...
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, I'll follow him.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
No, isn't. Now isn't the time for complaining, Paimon, and you float around, not walk around.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
With some effort, you managed to.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset.
Kind of like what you're wearing.
Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Oh, I guess I didn't have to do anything.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ooh, found some more clues.
But running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Oh, noted. Paimon exhausts energy by floating as well. Like floating for her is just like walking for us. Ooh, is that a sand? Can we go in a tornado? Well, it should be following Silent, whatever.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
She betraying us?
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Uh-oh.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Maybe she's not on their side.
Shut it, Paimon.
Oh, maybe not.
Doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say?
I think you're the one that's being used as a pawn.
Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile.
Well, let's kick his ass then.
Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia?
Haven.
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
I think he very much is.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me.
Huh?
However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast.
Not so fast.
I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Oh, damn.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No!
Oh.
Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia!
Stop!
Ah.
What's wrong? Can't do it?
She was really going to be unarmed.
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
I really thought that she can slice her arm off.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
One-handed. That's actually kind of badass. Please don't do that ever again.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Out on a limb.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
I think he was just stating the truth.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Return. But oh. Okay. Let's grab those primo gems. Okay. It's one time. Then. That's weird. Usually when you click the clock thing, it just shows the sky, but it's showing near my feet instead. Alrighty then.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
But is there fast travel in there? Oh wow, we're going pretty far. That's fine. We can have a little. Oh, there's goes my brain. There's even a thing here. Alrighty then. What's good? Brain working. Hello, who's trying to give me problems? Yes, he's going to give me problems.
Propagate! Power core!
I'm going to give them a whole heap of
Let's dance! Shine down!
There we go. Oh, you got a tango?
Illusion shattered!
Well, I missed that completely. Yeah, give me that. Ooh, it's a little cave we're going, is it? Ah, more enemies to kick their asses and take names and what have you.
Scatter! Power tactic! Amp it up! There is no escape!
Oh, I got to use my fire on him. He died.
Let the show begin.
Propagate!
Right. So it's in this,
I'll keep this close.
Oh, okay, the chicken drumstick thingies. I don't know why that's there, but whatever. Oh, hello, mushroom man. Things. Do you have fun here, guys? More mushroom people.
Propagate! Shine down!
I sit this in.
Hey, not the guitar!
No, I can just sit. Oh, there's a chest here. I'm sure I need some hot fire. There we go.
Woohoo! Let me hear ya!
Look at the big open deserts ahead of us. Right, I should probably keep my eye open for any nearby. Well, these aren't nearby, so we will keep heading. So cool. Can we go into that thing? Seems like it. I can see the stat shop ahead of us. I'm not interested in doing that. We're going to. It's weird. This beam from this distance looks like it's yellow instead of red. It's interesting that every time you switch the sand, they kind of slide a little bit. Just interesting attention to detail. What the heck is with that? There's no color or anything. cool cutout there. Oh, it's because of the rotting thing, isn't it? Of course, the statue had to be up above something. So we have to go around to get to it. Oh no, there's a thing there. Right. Aim from here? Get that? Or do I have to actually go up? Ah, I can't. Nope, I was a little too. Yeah, no. There we go. Hold on. Oh no, I thought the statue was different a second ago. There's one here as well. I wasn't wrong, we're actually going right to where the statue thing is. Huh. Wasn't such a big peel thing. Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. What the fuck are those? Oh, the tumbleweeds. I thought there were enemies a minute ago. Little chasm down there. This thing is so cool. But I also know it's down over there. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, what? Oh, that's so trippy. Invisible, oh god. I'm assuming that switch does something and opens this, but no, so that's the case. Huh. Let's save it for another time, I think. Now, let's focus on the task at hand, as they say. Oh, I've got Dark Horse on. Oh, that's cool. You even got like Egyptian cat statues. Very. I'm sure you can climb to the top of that, or at least try to jump down it. Oh, this is cool. This definitely feels like the end. Or it's the end of this chapter. I'm assuming we're going to have to go around. Yeah. Let's go around. I mean, might not be. Oh look, little random robot things. Can we climb this thing? Takes some time to do it. So it's creating some sort of like large sands. According to the map, they're around here, which maybe I should have gone that way because then we could have got. Well, there's still thing there. Some ruins around as well. So I'm just making sure the stream doesn't cut out like it did earlier. Once again, although it says that an hour and almost 20 minutes, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours. And I feel pretty good. I feel a little tired, but I don't feel like I'm collapsing. I feel like we are close to the end of this. Like I said, at least this act. He's in chapter, it really throws me off because this is chapter 3 of the Archon story, but this is act 4 of it. That's interesting, but once again, half at hand.
They got here before us.
Seems that way. What's that in the background? It's kind of cool.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
You didn't have to admit to that.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Unless the rest are dead.
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Oh, she's gonna kick his ass? Oh, son. Oh, she mad, bro. Whoa!
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Whoa! That was clean with the fires too. Not with the fires, the other Kusanagi. Are we gonna be underground in
Paimon's dizzy.
Is everyone okay? A sinkhole.
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us.
Oh, it was the village keeper, not.
It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No doubt. You finally believe me?
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
I guess he's being a bit curious.
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Are we going? What's the map shows? No, the map. Can we actually even leave? Probably a bad idea because I'll have to walk all the way back here. Actually, I'm just gonna go to the toilet and I'll be back because I need to pee again. can feel it already. Like I've always said before, if I start feeling like I'm gonna nod off, and I can actually feel it happen already. I don't know what did that. Maybe my bladder did that, but let's check something just to make sure. I probably want to go. Yes, I can leave and go back if I want to. Okay, it's good to know. I guess before we properly, I might as well explore a little bit more. Maybe even if there's other checkpoints, fast travel points. Preferably, go for this one, I guess. Because the thing is, we could be 10 or 20 minutes to the end of this act, but I can already feel my energy going. And as I've told you a lot of times, if I'm close to, okay, if I can feel myself about to nod off, I'm like, nope, there's time for me to stop. So I might as well get one of the fast travel points, and then call it for the stream. Does that mean there's just a giant hole there? I guess so. There's situations where, because like when we was trapped in that dream thing, we couldn't leave the area because it would affect the story. But for this one, we don't have to worry. I think as soon as I went in, if I went in that actual temple thing, I probably would have actually. Because I really want to go. I really want to go in there, but I can feel it. I can feel it coming in here tonight. I can feel it all my. Okay. Actually, you know what? Now that I think of it, it's probably just much smarter for me to sleep because it looks like this thing's far away. I can always do that off stream, which I keep forgetting. I don't have to do everything on stream. So yeah, I think I actually will end it now. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, so as I said before, for anyone who is joining now, the stream, I've actually been streaming for almost 3 hours because the internet just completely cut out on me for some reason. But I started tomorrow. I will be cutting myself out of caffeine because this just proves even more so. I don't think it's the cold, the reason I'm tired, because I'm pretty much almost over the cold. Most likely by Monday I'll be fully well, but I'm so tired, and I know I definitely got plenty of sleep. It might be just a case of there's too much caffeine in my system that needs to be exiled, and sometimes it can take a good week before that happens. Or more. I might even do more and then maybe stick to doing drinking caffeine when I need it rather than when I don't need it. But I guess it's very hard. Oh, I hate when I'm like this. But pretty sure we'll stop by and can watch. Most likely next week's streams might not be any different because I think we'll continue doing. I think we'll still do 2 streams of Genshin Impact and maybe do the other like event thing that's here, depending how much is left of the story event. But yeah, I hope you have all good. Good week, rest of the weekend. I was see you on Wednesday with Genshin, and like I said, everything else should be set except for well, we finished Ratchet and Clank, so it'll be back to Uncharted, so there shouldn't be any real changes as far as the schedule goes. Well, as usual, I usually tweet that out and put in Discord on the Monday, just in case times or anything might change. You never know these sort of things. But I will see you on the Wednesday stream. I'll stop before I fall asleep.